How do I get my business to grow? How do I become successful in business? Or if I'm working in somebody else's business, how do I become very valuable to the business so I have either job security or I can get paid more or be given more responsibility? When I come out to places like this, obviously my brain goes into overload and I get really excited because fresh air and sunshine and beautiful views gets your brain to work better. So here's some great questions about business, particularly if you're in a service business. So if you're an exercise professional and you do personal training sessions or you train people online, you might be a massage therapist, any kind of service industry, I think this will work very, very well. It's been suggested in business that you have to be unique, different and memorable. You have to have a unique selling point, a point of difference. Otherwise you have to compete on price. So my first question is, why have you decided to charge the amount that you charge? And usually the answer to that is, well, that's what everybody else charges. That's what the industry demands that I charge. That's all that people will pay. Let's go back to the fundamentals of why you would be in your own business. Could it be to choose your own hours, be your own boss and earn the amount of money that you want to earn? So the fundamentals of choosing how much to charge is as simple as this. How much do you want to earn? How many hours do you want to invest into your business out of your 168 in every week? And what are your expenses? So you add the amount that you want to earn to your expenses, you divide that by the number of hours you want to invest into your business, and that tells you exactly how much you need to charge. So we would never negotiate that amount. Would that be fair? Because if you do that, you'll end up either broke or not earning enough money to love what you're doing, and you end up all bitter and twisted because you went into business so you could earn the right amount of money to live the life that you want to live. But the interesting thing is, well, will people pay that? And of course the answer is yes, because that's all marketing. Whatever you are going to charge, you've just got to find the people that are going to pay that. And the example that I always use, some people don't drink wine, some people drink cask wine, very inexpensive, some people drink bottled wine, and some people would never spend less than $5,000 on a bottle of wine. There's a great example. And obviously if you're going to market to wine drinkers, you're not going to market to the people that don't drink wine at all. And if you're going to sell wine that's $5,000 a bottle, you're not going to market to the people that buy a $5 bottle of wine. So that's all marketing. So how about this? The amount of money that you're going to charge has to be based on how much you want to earn. And that amount is not negotiable. But could you leverage that amount? So let's just pick a number. Let's say you need to earn $1,000 an hour. That's one person paying you $1,000. That's two people paying you $500. Or it could be 1,000 people paying you $1. You can't negotiate the $1,000, but you can market differently to attract different people into your business, and you can leverage that budgeting for how people invest their money. Now I'm sharing that with you because wouldn't it be nice to be able to say to somebody, regardless of your budget, whether it's tiny, $1, or enormous, $1,000, what I offer, we can make sure that it's going to fit into your budget, whether it's tiny or large. Now, would that give you a unique selling point, a point of difference? Because most people say, this is how much I charge, this is how much you have to pay, and if people can't afford it, bad luck. But what if you could work out a way for everybody that comes into your business and wants to buy your service, that you could offer them something that would suit their budget? What a beautiful thing to be able to say. Now, from a time frame point of view, why not the same thing? I always ask personal trainers this: why do you do 30-minute sessions? Why do you do 45-minute sessions? Why do you do hour sessions? And just as an interesting side note, when I first came into the exercise profession, 30 minutes was crazy. When I was doing 30-minute sessions at the start, when nobody else was doing it, people said, "You're stupid. Who can get a result in 30 minutes?" Well, as we now know, if you understand anatomy and physiology, you've just got to get puffed or lift heavy for 10 seconds, overload your muscles and bones, overload your cardiovascular respiratory system, and you can get people fit and strong. So the time frame to get people fit and get people strong, which is what you do as an exercise professional, wouldn't that be determined by the client, not by you? And is it possible that 30 minutes of exercise or 45 minutes of exercise or an hour of exercise can be a reason why people wouldn't do any exercise at all? If you haven't exercised for 20 years or never, and you're overweight and very unfit, could 30 minutes be too long? And wouldn't it be nice to be able to say to your client, how much time have you got to invest into your health and fitness, into your well-being? You've got 168 hours in your week. Let's work out how much time you could invest. Now, somebody might have an hour a week, somebody might have 30 minutes a week, somebody might have 10 minutes a day. But wouldn't it be nice to customize their exercise program to suit their lifestyle, to suit their time frame, and of course to suit their budget? And wouldn't that be a beautiful way to market? These are the hours that I'm available as an exercise professional, as a personal results coach. But whatever time you've got to exercise and whatever your budget is, we will find a way to get you healthy, fit and strong, regardless of your tiny or large budget or your small or large amount of time. So I'll use the time frame again. If somebody's got 5 minutes to exercise, I'm going to get them puff for 10 seconds, get their breath back, puff for 10 seconds, get their breath back. But if somebody's got an hour, I would do exactly the same thing. I'm going to get somebody really fit and really strong in the time frame that suits them. I'm going to go a little step further. Wouldn't it be more respectful, or could it be disrespectful, to tell somebody this is how much you have to pay and this is how long you have to exercise for? Or reverse that, is it possible that that's why somebody wouldn't do business with you, because they don't want to pay that amount of money and they don't want to exercise for that amount of time? Now, I'm using the exercise profession, but I think you could apply that to any service business. Why not ask your clients, how much time have you planned on investing in this service? How much money have you planned on investing in this service? And let's create a budget to suit you, rather than me tell you how much you have to pay. And I'll give you a beautiful example of that. I had a young lady who wanted to, she was a qualified exercise professional through the Max colleges. She was a single mum, and we worked out that the amount of money that she needed to charge, and that's a very simple process. How much do you want to earn? Add your expenses, divide that by the number of hours, and that will tell you how much you need to charge. So we did that process for her, and it was around about $80 for a half an hour personal training session. Now, that's her non-negotiable amount, which is $160 an hour. And she shared with me very openly and very embarrassingly, she said, I can't charge that. I don't even know how to ask for that amount of money. I've never earned more than $30 an hour in my life. How can I ask somebody to pay that much to me? Now, there's two parts to that. One is, are there people who have that amount of money? The answer is yes. The second question is, are there people who, if you didn't charge them that much, they wouldn't train with you? So nobody wants to go to a cheap doctor or a cheap plastic surgeon or a cheap lawyer or a cheap accountant or a cheap engineer. We want to pay for great service. So we just needed to market effectively for her. So her challenge was asking for the money. So I said, let's not ask for the money. Ask your client how much they want to invest, not you tell them how much they have to invest. And this is such a beautiful story, because her very first client was the owner of a chain of early childcare centres. And she came to get fit, and she was getting married, and she wanted to fit into her wedding dress. And this is so cool. Because my student said to this beautiful woman, instead of telling her it's $80 a session for personal training, she said, how much had you planned on investing to get into your wedding dress so that you look amazing on your wedding day? And this woman said so beautifully, I spent $5,000 on the dress. I'm going to spend at least $5,000 to get into it. So there's two beautiful things happening here. One is, you could say happily, well, you won't have to invest $5,000 because to train with me is only $80 for a half-hour session. But how about this? This is a busy woman, yeah? So this is your budget. What's your time budget now? How much, you're a busy woman, you run a huge chain of childcare centres. How much time have you got to exercise? So I'm going to create a program customised and personalised to your budget, which is $5,000, and personalised and customised to your time frame. So is it 10 minutes a day? Is it half an hour a day? Is it 10 hours a week? How much time have you got to invest? Wouldn't that be respectful? Now, I'm a businesswoman and I would love somebody to say that to me. I hate it when people say, this is how much it costs and this is how much you have to, or how much time you have to invest. And purely from an exercise point of view, I wouldn't go to somebody that gave me a half-hour exercise session, because I know that I can get really fit and really strong in much shorter time frame than that, and I don't want to waste my time. So wouldn't it be nice to have a unique selling point, a point of difference that is respectful to your client? How much money have you got to invest? And let's create a program to suit your budget, whether it's tiny or large, and how much time have you got to invest? Let's create a program that's going to fit into your lifestyle. And that's a really interesting question that people ask me often. What makes a great exercise professional, personal results coach, personal exercise coach? And I always share the same answer. You have to get people fit and you have to get people strong, because obviously life changes completely when your body's really fit and strong. That means you've got a mentally tough brain as well. Your life's going to be so much better. So I've got to get people fit and I've got to get people strong, but ultimately I've got to fit into their lifestyle. That's the really important part. So how can I get you really fit and how can I get you really strong based on your time budget and your money budget? And could that give you a point of difference? A marketing tool that you could share with people, regardless of your budget and regardless of your time frame. We will create a program that's going to get you healthy, fit and strong in time for you to achieve your goal, or to make sure that you're healthy, fit and strong for the rest of your life. That's what happens when I come out to a place like this. So I expand my brain, I think more clearly. And when you're healthy, fit and strong and you can hike around a lake like this and you can do it with passion and enthusiasm, life becomes really bloody awesome. And that's what I wish for everybody, to live your life to the max in your own successful business so you can choose your own hours, be your own boss. Choose the people that you work with, choose when you go on holidays, and you could choose even where you do business. If you're a personal results coach, you could bring your clients out here. Wouldn't that be awesome? Live your life to the max. Woo-hoo-hoo!